Chapter 1. An invitation arrives. In a quiet corner of a peaceful forest, Harry the hedgehog lived a simple life. Though happy with his close friends nearby, Harry often missed his faraway family. His family members were scattered across various parts of the forest, and it had been years since they had all come together. One day, Harry received an unexpected letter from his cousin Hazel, inviting him to a grand family reunion. The letter read, "Dear Harry, we're having a family reunion in the meadow next to Old Oak Hill. Please come. It wouldn't be the same without you." Harry's heart leaped with excitement. He had not seen many of his family members since he was a tiny hedgehog, and felt a wave of warmth at the thought of reconnecting. Chapter 2. Preparing for the reunion. Harry spent the next few days preparing for the reunion. He picked out his favorite scarf, packed his bag with treats to share. He even gathered some of the prettiest flowers he could find in the forest as a gift for his family. "Are you excited, Harry?" asked his friend Sammy the squirrel. "I bet they'll all be so happy to see you." Harry nodded, a smile spreading across his face. "I can't wait, Sammy. It's been so long. I hope they remember me." Chapter 3. Arriving at Old Oak Hill. The day of the reunion arrived, and Harry scurried through the forest, his little heart racing with excitement. When he reached Old Oak Hill, he was amazed by the sight. The meadow was filled with hedgehogs of all sizes, from tiny baby hedgehogs to wise, elderly ones. They had decorated the meadow with leaves, flowers, and berries, making it feel magical and warm. As soon as Harry arrived, he was greeted by his cousin Hazel. She hugged him warmly. "Harry, you're here. We've missed you so much." All around, family members laughed, talked, and caught up with each other. The warmth and joy in the air were infectious, and Harry felt a deep sense of belonging. Chapter 4. Reconnecting with family. Harry spent the day moving from one group of family members to another, learning stories about their lives and sharing memories of the past. He met his Aunt Harriet, who told him funny stories from when he was little. He reconnected with his cousin Hank, who had grown twice his size since they last met. "I remember when we used to roll down hills together, Harry." Hank laughed. Harry chuckled, nodding. "I still roll down hills when no one is watching." As he listened to each family member, Harry felt a growing sense of love and connection. Every story reminded him of how lucky he was to be part of such a wonderful family. Chapter 5. The family feast. As the sun began to set, Hazel announced that it was time for the family feast. A long table made of fallen tree branches had been set up, covered with delicious treats that each family member had brought. There were berries, nuts, leaves, and even some sweet treats. The family gathered around the table, and as they began to eat, they shared stories. They laughed and enjoyed each other's company. Harry found himself sitting next to his Grandma Hilda, who was known for her wise advice and warm hugs. "Harry," she said, looking at him kindly, "remember that family is like the roots of a tree. No matter how far you go, these roots keep you grounded and give you strength." Harry smiled, feeling a sense of pride and comfort in her words. He realized how true they were. Even though he didn't see his family every day, knowing they were there for him made him feel stronger. Chapter 6. A walk down memory lane. After the feast, Harry and some of his cousins went for a walk through the forest, talking about their childhood memories. They passed by the old burrow where Harry had once lived with his parents, and he felt a flood of nostalgia. "This place holds so many memories," he said softly, feeling a mix of joy and longing. "It's strange how time changes everything, but also keeps certain things the same." His cousins nodded, sharing his sentiment. "Family reunions help us remember who we are and where we come from," his cousin Hazel added. "No matter where we go, we're always connected." Chapter 7: Special Gifts and Farewells. As the evening turned to night, the family gathered one last time in a circle. Each member took a moment to express gratitude for the reunion. Some shared stories, others gave hugs, and a few even sang songs they remembered from their childhood. When it was Harry's turn, he looked around at his family, his heart full of love. "I'm so grateful for each one of you," he said. "Being here today reminded me of how special it is to have a family. Thank you all for being here." In return, his family members gave him small gifts, things they knew would remind him of them. His cousin Hazel gave him a handmade acorn necklace. His aunt Harriet gave him a warm blanket. And his grandma Hilda gave him a small pouch filled with his favorite forest herbs. Chapter 8: The Journey Home. The next morning, as Harry packed his bag to return home, he felt a mixture of sadness and happiness. He would miss his family, but he also knew that the bonds they shared would stay with him wherever he went. As he walked through the forest, he felt a renewed sense of strength and peace. The memories of laughter, love, and family filled his heart. He knew that he would carry them with him forever. This story highlights the importance of family bonds, the warmth that comes from reuniting with loved ones, and the lasting strength that family connections provide. Through his family reunion, Harry learns to cherish his roots,